Hi, I'm Matt with Destination Home Team, and I'm here today to cover the buying process. It's going to be kind of a general overview. We have developed a 10-step guide to the home buying process, and I'm going to cover those points now. So first step is to get pre-approved by a lender. Now, this is important because it lets you know how much home you can afford comfortably. And you will determine that by working with the lender. They will take some information from you. It's a really easy process. And then they will give you the amount that you're approved for, what type of loan you're approved for. And this is important so we can move on to the next step, which is actually identifying your specific search criteria within the MLS. So now that we know how much home you can afford, now we're going to talk about, what kind of home are you looking for? How many bedrooms do you need to have? How many bathrooms would you like to have? Does it need a basement? No basement. Do you want a fenced yard? Do you want a big yard, small yard? So these are the kind of things that we're going to identify and then fit that within your price range. Once we've got that done, that search will automatically keep you updated to everything within your specified area that fits your budget and the specific items that you want in your home. So it's a fantastic tool that will keep you updated, and it keeps us updated as well, is what's available in the market. So now that we've got that going, you're going to have a list of properties that you're going to view, and you can go into this and you can favorite items, you can make notes in here, and we can see that, and we can see what you like about certain properties. And then we're going to compile a list of properties to go and view. So now we're going to start the fun part. So we're going to usually target specific areas. If you have multiple areas that you're interested in, then we will target a specific area, say for an afternoon or a day, and we'll go ahead and visit, 2, 3, possibly up to 4 homes or so to take a look and get a look at these properties. So that's the next part, is we're going to start viewing potential properties. Now, once we've found the one and it's checked your boxes and you feel good about it, now we're ready to make an offer. So the offer is comprised of several different terms that we will send over to the seller. And that's something that we're going to cover in a whole other video because it is kind of intricate. So we're going to kind of break that down a little bit further. So be looking for another video to come out that's going to give you more information on making that offer. But once we've made an offer and everybody has agreed to the initial terms, then we're going to have what's called a binding agreement. That agreement is a contract that states the property is yours, your right to buy it. No one's going to take that from you. So that secures your interest in the property with that binding agreement. Once we go binding, this is when you're going to have that home inspection. That's something that we will help you order. The home inspection will be done, and it's going to give you a list of possible problems or defects with the property. Some can be serious. Some are pretty much inherent with a lot of properties in the market. There really isn't a perfect home. So that's what this inspection is going to do. And this is also a time when the due diligence period starts. And so this is the next kind of phase we're going to talk about. The due diligence period is a specified period of time that everybody has agreed on that you have a right to inspect that property thoroughly for any problems or defects. During this time period, you're going to get that inspection report back. You're going to review that. We will review it with you, and we'll help you determine on things that you might need to be concerned about, or some other things that really aren't maybe that big of a concern. But once we've narrowed down that list, we're going to send that back over to the seller and ask them to address certain items. Now, the seller's going to take that, and they are going to, we're going to now start to negotiate. So we're moving on to the next phase. We're going to negotiate those repairs that you have requested, and they're going to say, well, we'll handle this, this, and this, but we're not going to do this. And then you take that information and you determine whether you're comfortable with that or not. If you're not, then we can obviously counter, but if you are, then we can all agree that these are the repairs that the seller are going to handle. And if they do that, you are comfortable moving forward with this contract. And this is actually done through a document called an amendment to address concerns. Everybody would sign off on that, and we have finished the second round of negotiation in this deal. Once that's done, Then we're going to move on to the appraisal. That's done through your lender, and your lender will order this, and they will send a certified appraiser out. They are going to appraise that property and make sure that the value of it meets what you are willing to pay for it. So this is also a tool to protect your lender, is the reason for this appraisal. But it also lets you know, the buyer, that the property that you are buying is worth the money that you are willing to spend on it. So it's a protection mechanism for you. And there are other protections in your contract that we will help you with. Should that property not appraise, you will have levels of protection that will continue to protect your earnest money. Once that appraisal comes back, if everything matches up, everything's good, then we are moving on to the closing process. And this is when we're going to go ahead and schedule your final walkthrough, which will be, a day or so before the closing. And you will also have a closing disclosure that'll be sent from your lender. This closing disclosure will list all of the cost, the fees, and the cash needed to close, or that you'll need to wire to close on that property. So everything's known up front, nothing hidden. And once you've got that done, you've agreed on those terms, then the next thing to do is to close on your new home. We will go to the closing attorney's office. Everybody will sign the papers and the documents, and you will be a new homeowner. So that was a really fast and furious version of the buying process. This is also a document that you can find on our website, destinationhometeam.com. Under the More tab, you can find this 10-step home buying process guide. And or you can call us directly. You can call us or email us, and we'll be happy to get this information to you. So thanks so much for checking out this video, and we hope to hear from you soon.